Okay, like Clue.
Preston, I must say, the guest list for this year's party
Is
has
that gonna be
so
Nathan
much
Fillion?
diversity.
Yes, a nice mix of
Yay!
All right, so we are back. Still talking about Gravity Falls, season 2 with episode 10. We are just about at the halfway point of the last season, and it's making me sad a little bit. But the next episodes are going to be cool, so here we are. But this is episode 10, Northwest Mansion Mystery, which is also listed as Northwest Mansion Noir. So, Dara, what did you think of this episode?
It wasn't like Clue.
You thought it was going to be like Clue.
I thought it was gonna be like Clue. I love Clue.
I mean, like, they were still, like, murder.
There was, but it wasn't like a let's solve a murder.
Yeah.
And then we find out that it was, Miss Scarlet in the parlor with a gun.
See, my personal favorite is the candlestick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was funny back when I was in theater camp. I was actually we had like a video project thing, and I was actually we did like a Clue thing where like we had some campers playing Clue, and then a bunch of us were like live action, and I got to play Miss Scarlet.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, but then the killer was our the camp director.
Oh.
I mean, he knew, and he played himself,
Right.
so it was fine.
That's funny. That's good. But yeah, no, this isn't necessarily a murder mystery. This is a long time after the murder, and now that is a ghost, and now the ghost is stirring up
The
some
ghost
trouble.
wasn't murdered though, technically.
Yeah. Technically. So, let's start off with a synopsis. So we actually open up on the Northwest Mansion. So the Northwest family is having a large party, and they are preparing.
And Nathan Fillion's back.
Nathan Fillion is back, filling the role of Preston Northwest, which is Pacifica's father.
Who's the mom?
Oh, good
Probably somebody I don't
question.
know.
It's probably like somebody. I think I knew this at one point.
Somebody who apparently the character, the cartoon, had some work done on her lips.
Yeah, her mom looks like is somebody who's very like done up. She's a little plastic. Had some facelifts. Carrie Walgren? What is she in? Hold on. IMDb. We're only like 2 minutes in the episode. We're already pulling out IMDb. Feeling good.
IMDb for all your questions.
For who's that voice? IMDb. And while that's loading, we'll keep talking about the episode.
So they're setting up for a big fancy party.
Yes.
I always wonder if like rich people fancy parties are actually fun. Mainly because I wonder about what kind of food there's gonna be. Because like what is considered like fancy food? A lot of hors d'oeuvres.
Little finger foods, like little finger sandwiches.
I do like finger foods.
Yeah.
Like mini quiches.
Yeah.
And like mini hot dogs, even though I don't eat hot dogs.
Yeah.
Or like shrimp.
I could go for some of that. I could go for some little finger foods.
What else?
It's mostly a voice actress.
Okay.
So I don't see any like stuff that you would know.
Okay.
But I looked.
Okay.
Ooh, Carmen Sandiego.
Where in the world is she?
Interesting. Ooh, look at all these voice credits. Hell yeah. Anyway, so back to Gravity
Also,
Falls.
we were going to keep talking about food, and both of us are very hungry right now, so maybe we shouldn't.
We're having a snack after this. It's snack time after this. So
You're going to make me some nice finger food. Nice cucumber sandwich.
yeah, but so in preparation for this party where there will be finger food, they we have some floating objects flying around.
Oh no, it's happening. You are my possessions. Obey me.
This is a disaster. The party's in just 24 hours.
Surely there's someone
Why
who
are
can
they gonna
handle
dress
this
up
sort
now?
of nonsense.
So it seems like they know that this would be happening, and they need this taken care of before the party the next day, so there isn't any disturbances. And then Preston Northwest has a newspaper. He sees a picture of a dipper fighting a giant bat
When was that?
with a police taser. Hey, we don't see all the adventures of Gravity Falls.
True, but also why were they? I got like prepping like a dining room, but why did Pacific? I thought the party was gonna happen that night,
Yeah.
but then they said they 24 hours, and I'm like, then why are you?
They just were feeling fancy. Oh yeah, and we see kind of the relationship that Pacifica has with her parents, of how she had a dress that she really liked, but they said it didn't fit the theme of the party, so they made her go change it, and they have a bell that they use to kind of command her, which is like messed up.
So they're good parents.
They're great parents. But back at the Mystery Shack, Dipper is there, and he is preparing for a marathon of ghost harassers on the Used to Be About History channel.
You got it. An entire 48-hour marathon of ghost harassers on the Used to Be About History channel.
Be strong,
The
Bladder.
shade.
We're not gonna move till sunset.
We interrupt this program to bring you breaking news.
Oh, what?
Which is such a good dig at
That
History
looks like
Channel.
such a fun night. Yeah, dumb show, some cookies, some soda, some pizza.
Yeah.
That looks like a fun night.
Unfortunately, it doesn't last long because there's breaking news, which Mabel, Candy, and Grenda jump in on because it's the Northwest Party is the hottest party of the year.
The Northwest family's annual High Society Shindig Ball Soiree is here. And even though common folk aren't let in, that won't stop us from camping out for a peek at the fanciness.
Okay, could someone please explain why people care about this?
It's pretty much the best party of all time. Rich food, richer boys.
They say each gift basket has a live quail inside. Give
That's
me your life,
terrifying.
Pacifica.
And anybody who's anybody is going to be there.
But they're not going to be able to go inside the party, so what's the fun?
So all of the common folk just kind of stand outside at kind of a glimpse of the luxury while all the
But
rich
even like on
people,
TV, it's not that fun to watch.
Yeah. So they have kind of news.
It's like an award show.
Yeah, exactly. Except we don't actually get to see the award part.
Yeah, this is actually worse than an award show.
Right. So
At least like with that, you can,
this is all the red carpet and none of the
that is
statues.
the worst. I hate the red carpet.
Yeah, it's not fun. Like, who are you wearing? It's like, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Here's the thing, my mom's into it.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
then I'll stop complaining about it for your mom because she's a very nice lady. So Mabel, Candy, and Grenda, they're kind of geeking out over it. They like the idea of like the glamour, the glitz and glamour, and they kind of envy Pacifica. But Dipper says that don't you remember that she's terrible? She's terrible, and he's like, I'm not just saying that. I would say that to her face, and to which
And I was like,
Pacifica-
wait, no, you would. And I'm like, oh, so you wouldn't, obviously. And then,
Guys, in case you've already forgotten, Pacifica Northwest is the worst. And that's not just jealousy talking. I'd say that to her face.
oh, no, you
I need
wouldn't.
your help.
You're the worst.
Okay, I find it wrong. Congrats.
So Pacifica knocks on the door. He answers and tells her she's
The
terrible.
worst. And then,
The worst.
And I'm like, good job.
Which is hilarious. Great. Yeah, that's a great moment. Really, really good timing there. But Pacifica has come because she is recruiting Dipper to help rid the ghost of the Northwest Mansion.
But there's something haunting Northwest Manor. If you don't help me, the party could be ruined.
And why should I trust you? All you've ever done is try to humiliate me and Mabel.
Just name your price, okay? I'll give you anything.
Hi, Pacifica. Excuse us. Dipper, don't you see what this means? If you help Pacifica, you'll get us invites to the greatest party of all time.
And Dipper says he will. He initially disagrees, but after some convincing from Mabel, agrees that he will do it only if Mabel, Candy, and Grenda get invitations to the party.
I love how he doesn't even, he's like, I don't care. Just give them 3 invitations to go.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't even want to be at the party. He's like, whatever, I don't care. So he does end up going to the party. All of them kind of show up. It's the Northwest Mansion is huge.
Mm-hmm.
It is glamorous. They have quails as their party favors.
Question mark? So why would you want a live quail?
I don't
Welcome to
know.
Northwest Manor, dorks. Try not to touch anything.
Cider.
Everything's so fancy. Fancy floors, fancy
that a
plants.
rug?
Fancy man.
Yes, very good, miss.
The rumors were true.
Why?
I don't really know why.
Why would you want, I know people like quail eggs. You can do that.
Yeah, I try not to think about it. Why they just give them live birds? So they have.
I mean, I would be, I'm terrified already of the house. Mm-hmm. I don't want a quail.
Yeah.
But like, you always like wonder like with like those like really nice gift bags like award shows, like don't they sometimes get like
They
like,
get some good stuff.
Yeah. No, I don't want an animal. Like, why would you want an animal?
I don't. Like, rich people are weird.
No, but they usually give away like iPhones. That's fine.
Rich people are weird.
Also, why would you want why would you give away an iPhone? I just realized that. Why would you give away an iPhone? Because you got to set it up with a service.
You could probably gift it to somebody.
Okay.
Gift it to somebody's mom or something. But yes, the Northwest Mansion is.
They also have like a cider fountain.
They have yes.
That looks delicious.
And butlers. They have fancy people with fancy men. And it's I love when they first walk in and there's a glue gun still on Mabel's dress because they made their dresses, which is great. Make your own dresses. That's badass. Dipper kind of undertakes his ghost hunting job, but first he has to get dressed all fancy because it's a party.
It's like this collar is strangling me. Who do you guys think you're impressing with this stuff?
Everyone, you wouldn't understand. High standards are what make the Northwest family great.
Are you
Funny,
guys
I thought it was lying about founding the town.
Don't touch that.
Oh, wow. Guys, it's the guest list.
That's amazing. Why do you think they're just so fancy? Okay, whatever. Anyway.
And Dipper is he's not into this kind of rich people scene.
I like that the people I don't know if it's like one of the things like you don't want to experience like once. Mm-hmm. Like that was always my thing of like if like I ever got like if I was ever like an actor or actress like was into award show, like I go once for the experience and then probably never again.
Right, like you're doing it, we're good. All right, we can go now. Or if I was nominated for something, I would only go if I was nominated.
Do you want to dress up though?
Sure.
Yeah.
If I was nominated.
Probably get good food.
Yeah.
I like the Golden Globes looks like fun because then you just get drunk.
Hell yeah. Get wasted. Rich people wasted. So Dipper's kind of walking around with Pacifica. Dipper, it's funny because Irrational Treasure was a long time ago, but Dipper hasn't let go of the fact that the Northwest family is all a lie. Like they were based off this idea of them being the founders of Gravity Falls, but that's not the case. And even when it was revealed, they still have money, so nobody really cares that they're frauds, which I think is really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the big thing was just like Pacifica was mean to Mabel, and you don't do that.
Right? Yeah. And Dipper, he always has Mabel's best interest in mind. Yeah. In the end, sometimes it takes a little while to get there. But so at the party, the kind of our B plot here is Mabel, Candy, and Grenda. They are trying to agree that they will not pursue any of these cute boys because they're out of their league.
No, I thought it was just Marius von Fadavada.
Yeah, specifically this a young baron from Austria whose name is Marius von Fundhauser.
Check out this hottie.
Marius von Funkhauser. He's a baron from Austria.
Forget the quail. I'm putting him in my guest basket.
Hold up, ladies. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think this boy is out of our league.
Grenda is right. He's a white whale. Hunting him will destroy us.
There are tons of cute boys coming. Let's swear our sisters choose not to waste time on Marius. Deal.
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 Somebody's going to waste some time on Marius.
So
he did have nice hair.
He did have very nice hair. So they want to flirt with him. But, they're like, oh, he's out of our league, so let's agree not to. But then eventually, Candy and Mabel decide, like, let's tag team them. And Grenda's a little aggressive, so they don't really want to include her.
Also, they're distracted by a chocolate fondue fountain and then a cheese fondue fountain. But Candy keeps mixing them. I'm like, chocolate and cheese are both great, but you don't mix them.
Yeah, you don't really mix those two. But she's stuck in the
like, get a slice
sweet
of bread, get a marshmallow. How?
Oh, now I want fondue.
You ever been to the Melting Pot?
No.
It's like a fondue place. I don't know if they have cheese fondue. I only went there and I got chocolate fondue.
They probably have cheese.
Probably.
I'd imagine.
I think the one time I went there, I got like a brownie and I dipped it in chocolate.
Yo.
But it's not like a fountain.
So much.
It's not a fountain. It's just like you dip it. Also, one year for my birthday, the food for dinner was fondue.
Nice.
It was fun.
It's a good birthday. But Dipper and Pacifica go to the room with the most ghostly activity, and it's a room with a lot of like taxidermy and hunting trophies. I guess we could say. And there's a giant painting of a like a lumberjack over the fireplace. So Dipper kind of suspects that this is probably like so in the journal, ghosts are ranked from category 1 to 10. He says, if they're just kind of throwing some plates around, it's probably category 1. Nothing really to worry about.
So like Casper.
Yes, like Casper level ghost. Maybe not as friendly. So he's like, I got some holy water. We're just going to throw it. He says anointed water, not holy water, but it's holy water.
Yeah.
And so he's thinking he's just going to throw it on the ghost. Everything is good.
This looks like the kind of room that would be haunted, all right. I wouldn't be worried, though. Ghosts fall on a 10 category scale. Floating plates sound like a category 1.
So what? Are you
So
going to
it's
bore him back
Casper.
into the afterlife by reading from this book?
Just gotta splash this sucker with some anointed water, and he should be out of your probably fake blonde hair.
What was that about my hair?
That is
something up.
fake.
But here's the thing. It's a little scarier than that. We're looking at a little higher category here. Because
And all the kids get traumatized.
absolutely traumatized. The lumberjack from the painting disappears. Lights are going out.
This
So the
is so-
taxidermy, there's all the taxidermy animals on the wall start like bleeding from their
How
orifices.
did they get away with that? Uh-oh.
Pacifica?
That blood?
Ah, that's terrifying.
Family show.
Ancient sins.
What?
Ancient sins.
Ancient sins.
Dipper, what is this?
It's a category 10.
Well, you fucked.
I have no
Because,
idea.
you can't even, like, fake that that's, like, something else.
I think this is the point, we reached the point in the series where
They're
censors
like,
have given up.
They're like, fuck it.
They're like, fuck it.
They're not going to listen to us. Just do whatever you want.
You know what? We censored gays. We're tired now. Just have the blood.
Thank you. Or might have been
Thanks,
that-
Disney, for
I
your
actually-
weird standards.
I actually, I learned this thing of, on television, the darker the blood, the more okay it is.
Yeah, this is very dark.
Yeah. So maybe.
But no, they're bleeding from their orifices, and they start chanting in these deep voices, ancient sins, ancient sins.
And I'm like, okay.
Okay, so that's fine, right?
Everything's fine.
So then we realize that this is not a category 1 the ghost, this is a category 10.
How do you handle that?
Run.
No, pray for mercy.
Pray for mercy. Oh, yes. Yeah,
Look
in
at
the
that.
journal, in the black light, it
like-
says, pray for mercy.
Yeah.
Zipper's like, really? So the ghost says that he smells the northwest, and they.
So I'm like, oh, the Northwest people did something bad. Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah, so it sounds like the Northwest family has some blood on their hands,
A little bit.
and they have some ancient sins that they need to atone for.
Mm-hmm.
So, some of the guests that arrive, is one of the guests is the mayor of Gravity Falls, who we haven't really
Who's
thought about.
102?
He's 102, Mayor Befufflefumpter.
Okay.
Okay, who is so old and close to death that he is followed around by vultures.
Does he actually do anything? I mean, so he was the mayor when obviously when the crazy stuff happened,
Yeah.
but how old would he have been?
Still old.
He was the mayor when in 1982?
Yeah.
Is he aware of anything?
I have no idea because he's very old and kind of senile. So,
If 102-year-old mayor of Gravity Falls, Mayor Befufflefumpter.
It's okay, they're with me.
I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But we just kind of saw it. It's
Is he
it's been so late in the series. They're like, oh yeah, there is a mayor to this town.
He's
I
like
guess.
the face of Bo.
That's it. Is that a Doctor Who
Yeah.
reference? I vaguely know that character.
Do
see,
you?
I saw one episode.
Which one?
I've literally only seen 2 episodes of Doctor Who, and it was the first 2 episodes of Tennant's run. So I think the face makes a brief 5-second appearance in the one episode.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. See, I
No,
know.
I was wondering how much you knew about the face of Bo, and the answer is not that much.
I think I might know something else, but I don't want to say in case I'm wrong. So
You can tell me when we stop recording. I'm curious.
So can we continue?
Yeah.
Gravity Falls. How little I know about Doctor Who. So new show featuring me and Dara. Anyway, so they are running through to escape the ghost. They're running through the mansion. They run through outside. I like when they hit the peacock and it just goes, wah,
I'm like,
flying. So the one way that you can defeat a ghost is by trapping it with a silver mirror.
yeah.
So they have to find a silver mirror. So when they go back inside the mansion, they see one. It's like in this room. It's like very nice and white.
I got it!
it's
Haunted
mine.
painting can only be trapped in a silver mirror. Look! There's a silver mirror right there!
Wait, don't go in there. This room has my parents' favorite carpet pattern. They'll lose it if we trap mud in there.
Then
What?
take off.
Are you serious?
We'll find another way.
Take off your
You don't have
shoes.
time for this! Let me through!
No, my parents will kill me.
Why are you so afraid of your parents?
You wouldn't understand.
But Pacifica won't let Dipper enter because it's this room, and if he gets mud on the carpet, her parents will kill her. So she's way more concerned with being killed by her parents than she is by this crazy ghost that's about to kill her.
I actually feel really bad for Pacifica.
Yeah.
Like she's like got some like
She's got some family issues.
yeah. So like, because like I think the thing is like if Dipper runs in, they're gonna solve the ghost problem, and then there's still gonna be mud on the carpet, so she's gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
So like I feel, and like Dipper's like not fully understanding, which like is fine, but like I actually feel really bad for Pacifica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dipper's not really
There's
understanding
some
what it's like to have
there's some like mental and emotional abuse here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but as they're kind of fighting back and forth, they end up falling through one of the paintings and into this like the secret room. So kind of, it's like the secret room that Pacifica had never seen before, and maybe the ghosts might not know where they are, but they're able to find a silver mirror.
Yeah, maybe we're safe.
You're not. Oh, that's like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Watch out!
Your fate is sealed.
A silver mirror!
There you go.
And they kind of get out of the room. They like go through a window, and then after kind of a back and forth, they are able to trap the ghost in the mirror.
Yes.
You know, Pacifica's parents, they're grateful that he was able to get the ghost. Dipper gets ready to leave, and Dipper is he's not really into the party thing, so he doesn't want to.
But I think Pacifica wants him to stay because like
He does.
she's kind of like getting to like him because there's some kind of thing.
Yeah, they're like warming up to each other.
I kind of was calling that. I had a feeling that like maybe I thought it was gonna do anything where like Pacifica like always had a crush on Dipper, but like that obviously wasn't the case, and Dipper
Yeah.
was like no screw off or whatever.
Right.
But like I had a feeling.
You did.
I had an inkling.
I know you said something to me before in an earlier episode about that.
Yeah.
So as Dipper is leaving with the mirror because he's going to go exercise it, the ghost kind of reveals his story about who he is and what the situation is with the Northwest Mansion.
Yeah.
So many years ago, 150 years ago.
150 years ago this day, the Northwest asked us lumberfolk to build them a mansion atop the hill. We were told 'twould be a service to the town, that once a year they would throw a grand party and all would share in the bounty. It took years of back-breaking labor and sacrifice. But when it was time for the grand party they promised the common folk of the town, they refused to let us in.
The Northwest family wanted a mansion built upon the hill, so they recruited, the laborers, the lumberjacks, and, those folk to build this mansion. It took them years because it was such a big feat. Not all of them made it. They were, you can see they have like graves pop up at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
And the reward for building this was supposed to be that they were going to hold a lavish party every year and invite the laborers to the party so that they can celebrate, and it wouldn't be a class thing.
Yeah.
But once the mansion was finally built, the Northwest family was like, "Hell no."
A rich person
thanks.
a rich person broke their promise?
Whoa, weird.
Oh.
Whoa.
Anyway.
So that's peculiar. Never heard of that before. So a mudslide came and then took this lumberjack away.
You promised Northwest! With the trees gone, the mudslides began. While they partied and laughed, I was swept away by the storms. So I said with final breath, 150 years I'll return from death. And if the gates still close to town, wealthy blood will stay in the ground.
And then,
like because they cut down all the trees, so then
yeah, right. So they could cut down the trees. So then, there is no,
you can see it because they didn't have a Lorax who spoke for the trees.
It's true.
That story's depressing.
Absolutely. So
including not the live action, the 3D animation one.
I don't really care about that one.
Okay.
But so lumberjack, his hatchet comes up and it kills him. He gets cleft in twain. He gets a big old axe to the head, and I'm like, oh, that's scary. The lumberjacks he's going to return in 150 years and exact vengeance until they keep their promise.
Which the Northwest family was aware of.
So they actually knew that. They actually knew of this curse up until this point. So Dipper realizes that the Northwest were lying. He thought that this was just like a one-time thing. They didn't really know why, but this was actually something that their family caused, and they had every power to fix it, and they didn't. So Dipper's pissed.
Especially Pacifica, because she knew this too.
Right.
But again, some mental abuse going on.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So while he's trying to exercise the mirror,
well, I think the ghost kind of convinced him to have his revenge, and I'm just like, you could have just let him have his revenge to just say hey, here are these 3 people, they're common folk,
right.
Don't touch them.
Right. But that's not necessarily the case. So Dipper says, it's like a ghost, so he wants to get rid of it anyway. But the ghost tricks him into releasing him.
Hey, I feel you. It's just my sister's in there, and you seem a little unstable, man.
It's true.
Very well, boy. Then, before you banish my soul, may these tired lumber eyes gaze upon the trees one final time.
I guess. Go nuts, man.
Oh no.
And the ghost goes to enact his revenge.
Mm-hmm. And what a revenge it is.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I skipped a part. I did this in the wrong order.
What happened?
So Dipper confronts the Northwest family before he goes to exorcise the ghost. So he's angry at them beforehand. Yeah. I got those two switched.
Well, it's fine.
It's fine. No, he's pissed at them. The end. So a lot happens in this episode. So, and then back at the party, Mabel and Candy are trying to do this tag team flirting thing where they're tagging themselves in, tagging themselves out, and they're not really doing it right.
Hi, I'm Mabel. So, Australia, huh?
Oh, now
Do you guys eat kangaroo
high
meat
tea
over
and
there,
have
or
tea sandwiches.
are they
They're also
strictly
good.
pets?
I am from Austria.
Tag.
I am Candy. I love the tiny hats you wear on your shoulders.
Hi, if you were a boat, do you know what kind you'd be?
Hi.
A dream boat, that's what kind.
You're
Hey,
tagged out.
Take back in.
You can't do that.
I can take myself, it's allowed.
His hair is just so flawless.
Yeah, it really is. So, and then Grenda sees what they're doing
And gets mad.
and gets upset. So Candy and Grenda are like, Grenda, yeah, you're a little over the top. So Grenda's upset, then does this thing where she does it to another boy before, where she's like, got something on your shirt, and then flicks in the nose. She does this to Marius as a way to kind of get back at everyone, and but Marius kind of he seems kind of into it.
You've got something on your shirt!
Let's see. But that's all well and good though until the ghosts return to the Northwest Mansion.
And gets his revenge.
Good
Lord.
My revenge shall have its day.
Eat the rich.
I've been wondering when you would arrive.
So he's wood? So they're turned to wood.
The mayor, he like greets the ghost and he thinks it's the Grim Reaper. So yeah, I like this line here. Mayor Befufflefumpter happily greets the ghost who he thinks is the Grim Reaper, saying that he had been wondering when he would arrive.
That's fair.
But the ghost has this type of magic that turns people into wood.
He's like Medusa.
He's like a lumberjack.
He's like Medusa.
Yeah, exactly. So chaos ensues.
Well, that's terrifying.
That's so scary!
Preston, what are we going to do?
Prepare the panic room.
You know, just get Maple, Candy, and Brenda out.
Please, help me! Whoa, that is messed up.
Oh, you think?
Just one way to
Eat the
change
rich.
your...
And everybody gets turned to wood. Except for the Northwest people, because they got a panic room.
Yeah, Northwest people do have a panic room. So the people get turned to wood, and the taxidermy animals come back to life. And it's kind of creepy, because you have like these half animals just kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah. And like Mabel and Candy and Brenda get turned to wood.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I don't like that.
They're not safe. Nope.
Oh no! Oh no! But they're not. They're common foe. Somebody save Mabel. I know she screwed up in the last episode, but save her.
But Dipper comes back to kind of see what's going on. He is able to find Pacifica.
Who's sad?
She's kind of in that back room. She's sad because she realizes she sees like the real. So there were paintings, kind of in the front room, and in the back we see that everything in the front was a lie. So the Northwest have only like lied and cheated to get their way to the top, and aren't actually haven't accomplished the things that they think they've accomplished.
Rich people lie and cheat?
Rich people suck.
Let's say this. Some of them have probably worked very hard for their money.
Very few. Yeah.
Like Bill Gates worked hard, right?
Sure.
Did he? I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know.
That's a whole other
He's
argument.
the only rich guy I can think of who like seems kind of like a decent guy.
Eat the rich.
Maybe.
Maybe. So we can get there's a whole discussion we have about ethics and wealth. So, but we won't get into that today. Anyway, but these rich people suck. I think we can agree on that. The Northwest
one of them sounds
suck.
like Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, but
I know.
he sucks.
God, he's such a good actor. I can hate him as well. But Pacifica's learning a bit, and like...
Yeah, Pacifica feels bad because, she realizes that she kind of echoes what Dipper says earlier, that she is just another link in the world's worst chain.
And then there's me. I lied to you just because I'm too scared to talk back to my stupid parents. You were right about me. I am just another link in the world's worst chain.
Pacifica, I'm sorry about what I said earlier, but just because you're your parents' daughter doesn't mean you have to be like them. It's not too late.
It's too late!
Oh no!
That's heavy hitting, man.
Yeah.
But Dipper, says that she doesn't have to be like her parents, even though, they control her. They try to control her. She can do something different. They kind of return to the party. They see everybody is wood now. Dipper tries to trap the ghost again, but he is no match, and he is turned to wood. And he has a pose which mimics the pose the shapeshifter had of him and into the bunker.
Right, ghost. Prepare to get... No, wait! No!
Oh no! Hey!
We've seen that pose before.
Hey!
Which is an interesting callback.
Was it?
A little scary.
Yeah.
A little disturbing.
I was gonna say, was it the same face? Who knows? I was trying to make a joke and then I failed.
Yes. But Pacifica. So the curse will be lifted once once a Northwest opens the gate to everybody.
Because and they should probably do that fast because the ghost has plans on burning the entire thing down.
Yeah. So we want to take care of that soon. So Pacifica realizes that she can do it, but her parents try to sway her against that and have her get into the panic room.
And I'm like, parents, time and place. Like because like they're gonna die unless your panic room's fireproof.
We have enough mini sandwiches to last us a week. We'll eat the butler. But Pacifica ends up doing the right thing and is able to open the gate, and break free of the curse.
You dare disobey us?
Dingly dingly! Is this bell broken?
Our family name is broken, and I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah.
See? Problem solved. Yay!
So then the crazy town folk of Gravity Falls enter.
And eat all the food.
And just have a rip snorting good time. But Mabel, Candy, and Grenda, they are free from their being turned to wood. And so they all apologize to each other, and then Marius comes up to Grenda and says that he can't stop thinking about her. He loves her, bold personality, her confidence, and thinks that she is probably too far out of his league.
We are so sorry. We shouldn't have left you behind.
It's okay. Maybe I do need to work on my flirting. Come on, let's go dunk our heads in some cheese and chocolate.
Yeah.
Friends?
Those are the best.
Wait! Don't go! Grenda, was it? I must speak with you. There's something about you. I can't get you out of my head. You're so bold and confident. I know you're probably out of my league, but might I give you my phone number?
But he wants to exchange numbers. And Mabel and Candy are happy for her, and they want to be
I don't think their
co-bridesmaids.
relationship's gonna work though.
I bet it will.
I'm not saying because he's gonna be a dick. I'm saying because of I don't know if he's allowed to marry. No offense to Grenda, a common folk.
But true love.
It'll be like The Prince and Me.
True love.
Or like that weird Netflix Christmas Prince movie.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
That's going to be a trilogy soon.
I know, they're doing another one.
That one involves a baby.
I know, they have a royal baby one coming out. It's going to be great.
Is that what I forgot? Because looking up the plot for that, and it's I was trying to look like where it takes place.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the town. I'm assuming it's right next to Genovia.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, royal weddings are fun. Gravity Falls. So Dipper and Pacifica kind of reconnect, and Pacifica is starting to break free from her parents' hold, and they get mud all over the carpet.
Yeah,
it's great. Good for them.
Hey, guess what we're standing on?
Take that. But seriously, I'd better go find someone to clean this up.
But as the episode kind of winds down, we see things are just starting to speed back up because McGucket is at the party, and he just seems to, be in his crazy old prospector-like self.
Yeah, but he's like, I fixed the laptop.
But he comes up, he pulls Dipper aside, and he gets kind of serious, which is like, it's real when McGucket's getting serious.
Oh, what's up, McGucket?
Hey! Dipper! I've been looking for you. I fixed the laptop. I've been doing calculations, and I think something terrible is coming. The apocalypse! The end times!
You know what, McGucket? How about we talk about this stuff tomorrow? It's a party. Let's have some fun for once, huh?
No, but you
Oh, this is bad! Something's coming!
Coming in 21 hours?
Something big!
And he tells Dipper that he fixed the laptop. And, there's something big going on. It's going to happen soon, and he thinks it's going to be the apocalypse, the end times.
And apparently it's coming in 20, it's less than a day.
And Dipper is like, hey, let's just enjoy the party for now. We'll talk about it later. But we see there is a countdown on the computer, and there's only 21 hours. So something's happening, and it's happening soon.
And we see a picture that looks like Satan.
Yeah, and then so there's a tapestry behind them where you see this kind of triangle guy that people are bowing to. And it looks, it's scary looking. It has very this stark red and black satanic imagery to it.
I'm concerned.
I think it's going to be fine. I think it's fine. So,
I assume it's going to be fine because we're only halfway through the season.
So, but something real is going to happen, and we don't know what that is. But it's something serious. So something serious is about to happen. It's about to happen fast. We don't have much time.
Is the machine
left.
gonna start up?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I do know,
You do know.
but I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
And so the
And we'll give you our reaction to that next time.
yes, and I'm so excited.
Gotta wait a whole week.
Gotta wait some time. And then the post the credits scene is Agent Trigger and Agent Powers who are disguised at the party. They're coming in to kind of touch base about things. I like how the Nick Offerman character has a fake mustache over his mustache. It's really good. It's really good.
I was just thinking about the next episodes. Like,
yeah,
we haven't seen that much Stan since karaoke.
yeah, that's a good point.
Interesting.
That is a very interesting point that you just brought up.
Yes.
And he seems like he's working on stuff. It seems like things are happening. It seems like things are happening even though we can't see them happening.
He's learning how to bake so that he can move to England and go on the Great British Bake Off.
I am so supportive of him.
He's learning how to make sure that like his bottoms aren't soggy and his pastries are nice and crisp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And his biscuits have a good snap.
I hope he learns how to make a good macaron. Those are key. Those are hard to make.
Those are hard to make.
I have not successfully made a macaron.
Why don't you just get a recipe?
I've used a recipe.
And he still failed?
It's hard. Yeah. It's I can't make a good meringue. I haven't mastered the art of making a meringue yet. Meringues are
I want to
hard.
learn how to make a meringue. It looks hard though.
Meringues are very hard.
Yeah.
You gotta get it just right. So what did you think of this episode, Dara?
It was better than the last one.
Yeah. So I really like this episode. I like the kind of the creepiness feel of it. I love the ghost stuff. I think the ghost stuff is great. Especially like my mind is repeatedly blown by what they got away with in this episode of having like blood drip down from animals' eyes and mouth.
That would have been funny if like somebody got into like one of their mouth and they're like, ketchup?
Right, exactly. Yeah, just like the ghost is creepy and this like they're changing like ancient sins and yeah, this episode gets kind of dark but like in a funny and interesting way.
Yeah.
I really like this kind of like and Dipper kind of stepping out into his own as like this kind of becoming an expert in like this type of field. So that was fun. It was like the noir aspect is just a really fun genre to kind of dabble in with, especially with these characters. So yeah, any other thoughts?
No.
Okay. Cool. Well, it seems like, and it seems like at the end of this episode, things are about to really heat up. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm just going to go over and we're just going to hit some trivia before we wrap things up. And then eventually we'll go on to the comment corner. So let's see. The shortened version of the theme song debuted this episode.
Yeah.
So it was like, they wanted to jam in as much as they could. So they shortened up the theme song, which I found interesting.
That's fair. I'll give them that.
According to Alex Hirsch, the episode was never supposed to be named Northwest Mansion Noir. Interesting.
What was it supposed to be called then?
Northwest Mansion Mystery.
Oh. I didn't think you really get that much of a noir vibe. Like, you think noir is like kind of black and white and like stares and glares and like black and white-ish, I think. Or more like a set mystery. Like, this kind of just felt more like a horror fantasy.
Right, yeah. Definitely. Like, more paranormal. It was like kind of
so, like,
Ghostbustery.
Yeah.
So neither Stan nor Seuss appear in this episode. This is the only full-length episode in which Stan does not appear.
Ooh.
Originally, Seuss was meant to appear in some form, but was left out due to time constraints.
That's fair.
The timer on the laptop shows 21 hours to disaster, referencing the respective number of days between this episode and the next. 21 days or hours? I thought it was 21 hours.
I thought so,
days?
too.
It looked like the way it was counting down. It looked like hours.
Hours.
Apparently it's days.
Maybe,
Well, something's happening. The design for one of Pacifica's formal wear includes red gloves to symbolize the blood on her family's hands. I actually knew this one before I read this. I had seen it somewhere. So I think they had to change it so it looks more purple.
I think we could be fair, like, technically, like, those parents probably didn't do anything. Well, debatable. Anyway.
Yeah, they're part of the line, though. They still had a... Anyway, but, no, they're still... Hey, rich people. But yeah, so I didn't know that before, that they had designed it with, she had like these red gloves. It's supposed to be like blood on her hands, which I think is interesting. Let's see, cryptograms. Cryptogram in the credits reads, let's see. Next up on Used to Be About History Channel, did aliens write the Constitution? Crawdads and tiaras and Florida, the show.
God, I'm so surprised. Is there any reality shows based in Florida?
Probably.
I think there was
at some point.
There was like that one based in Gainesville.
Yeah.
Which is weird, 'cause, like, I've been to Gainesville, I've never seen that part of Gainesville.
Yeah. Well, Florida, you know.
Disney World's nice.
Disney World is nice.
I mean, granted, like, we bash Disney, but, like, we still give them our money.
It's true. We're watching the show. Yeah, so I lived in Florida for 8 years. And then
Was it bad?
No, I actually really enjoyed it.
Okay, then.
Miss it sometimes. So the end slate says is kind of a phrase that has sometimes appears some places. It says, Stan is not what he seems. Stan is not what he seems. Stan is not what he seems.
I thought we concluded that.
So, but we just want to reiterate it. So, Dara.
Huh?
We are about... Our next episode is going to be kind of a big one. So before we kind of conclude with this, I want to know what all your current theories are about the big mysteries of Gravity Falls.
So Stan was trying to research stuff about Gravity Falls. I think the reason Gravity Falls was the way it is because there's some kind of like Hellmouth thing where there was something weird and people and magical, creepy, paranormal things are just drawn to it. That's my theory about why it's so weird. Mm-hmm. There's just a weird Hellmouth thing, and maybe the triangle thing kind of like gets through the, Hellmouth thing. Stan and William Franklin Cypher, that's his name.
William Franklin, I love it.
Were buddies who were a team of researchers, and they were trying to figure this out. They hired McGucket to like help out of it, and then at some point, either Cypher went a bit crazy, or he got like blown up a la Dr. Manhattan, and then became Bill Cypher. In that kind of form, and maybe became some kind of a god. And I think, and like they were trying to build this machine, but that's what it caused. And I think that maybe Stan, maybe not villainy type, but maybe a little bit, is trying to build back this machine, maybe to get his buddy back.
Okay. Yeah.
Because again, I don't think Stan's a bad, like no matter what, like you're saying, he's not what he seems. Like obviously he's lying about something,
right.
But I don't think he's a bad guy.
Right.
I think he's just somebody who believes that what he's doing is right. Maybe it is supposed to like help the world or something.
So you think he's working hard to get like somebody he really cares about back. So he's not bad. He's doing it for a good purpose.
Yeah, or he's doing it. And maybe there's also some other like ulterior motive that to him seems right, but I think somehow that's going to cause harm to Dipper and Mabel. Okay. And he's going to realize that he's wrong.
Huh. Interesting. And so wait, do you think Stan wrote the journals or Bill wrote the journal?
I think they both wrote the journals.
They co-wrote the journal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure I was clear on that. Okay. Great.
How wrong am I, guys?
Oh my God. I'm
going to be able to read the comments to figure out how wrong people think I am.
Yeah.
Or not think I am. They know I am because by the time this episode comes out, I will have seen these. So
You'll have seen the next.
So I'll be able to read the comments and be like, "Oh, you were like this amount wrong."
Yeah. So yeah, from here on out, we can kind of spoil some of these.
Are we gonna
but not
spoil
the
everything?
finale, not the finale stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, just like the stuff that happens in the next 2 episodes. So I'm very excited.
So you guys can spoil the next 2 episodes because I'll have seen them by that point.
Yeah. So let's. Well, if we're good with that, and I think those are some great theories, Dara, I'm really excited to kind of show this off to you. But before that, you want to get to a comment corner?
Yes. We might do this slightly quickly because we're really hungry, guys.
We're really hungry. Okay.
And you guys, like, we love you guys, but food. You understand.
Okay, so we can finally read this now that we saw Society of the Blind Eye. We're gonna read the comments from Into the Bunker.
Okay.
So Ivy Inkwell says, "Here's a poem I made up to hint on who is F. Enjoy." Let's see. Once addressed by a student man, never understood by Stan, once dragged a child to a darkened alley, should be in prison, but isn't, sadly. You want to know why no one sees the weirdness buried underneath. He knew it all, but doesn't now. Please, oh please, do not ask how. They'll find you, and they'll make sure that you don't remember what you've heard. You want to see all that's been hidden from the eyes of whom the town is ridden? Then see the flashes of blue and white. They'll make sure you'll forget it all overnight. If he only accepted these events, he could have avoided the punishments. Now they keep it under wraps. Now forevermore, this man is trapped. So, like, badass poem. Thanks, Ivy.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that's a little bit more, and I didn't want you to read that because I'm not sure if you would have figured it out, but I didn't read it, fun. So. But that's a poem about a little bit more about a Fiddleford H. McGucket.
So wait, was it his laptop?
That's, I actually don't know whose laptop.
That's
I know,
why
like, McGucket made
why
it.
I said William Franklin Cipher.
William Franklin. Okay, I like that though. I like that. Talis Guy says, hey, Talis Guy, I feel like it's been a while since we've heard from you. Says, famous Disney character name begins with F. Better hope it's not Frollo.
I know. I
True.
read that and I'm like, you're right. I'm so stupid.
No, that's a good one though.
I'm like, you're right. I'm like, God damn it. And I think somebody else had a bunch of other ones.
Short Force says the first one to come to mind was Figaro, the cat from Pinocchio, who is also at times Minnie Mouse's cat.
That's true.
True.
I forgot about Figaro.
Emmett McFly55 gives me a nice compliment. Says, I have to applaud Caelin's efforts at being able to describe and discuss all these episodes without accidentally spoiling anything. It's hard, y'all. It's so hard, but it's a lot. I have so much fun with it.
Like
actually.
it was fun considering, like with like Legend of Korra, like I'd watched like I think like the pilot episode and then I knew the ending. So like there was some stuff I didn't know, but like there was like I knew some stuff.
You knew some stuff, yeah.
So it was like, but this was different because I didn't know anything. Mm-hmm. And like I think when I first described to you the plot, I was like dead wrong. Mm-hmm. So.
Vladislav Karasek says, why did you leave out the internet history joke? That one's the best. I think I think Dipper mentions that if he dies to delete his internet history, which is funny. Just didn't make the cut. Sometimes things don't make the cut. We can't show the whole episode.
Yeah, that and also like I do I think because I edited this one, it depends on like our reaction. So if we didn't react, I'm not putting it in. Mm-hmm. So sorry.
And Short Force continues with the Disney characters who start with F. Figaro, Flounder from Little Mermaid, Fred, Big Hero 6, Frozone, Incredibles, Flick from A Bug's Life, and 4, Dipper's clone. Very nice.
Right.
The owner of the laptop, all of them, obviously.
Why didn't I think of Flounder?
I know. We really brain farted there.
I'm just mad about like Frollo and Flounder mainly. I'm not surprised about Figaro.
Right.
Figaro's a good name for a pet.
Figaro. It is. So, and James Wilson says, I figured this was the episode where S&P finally gave up. So we get the gun, the tongue ripping, Dipper motorboating Wendy when he slams into her. And a 12-year-old boy literally taking an axe to a 15-year-old girl. Yeah, whatever. Just make the blood green, okay? We're going out for a drink. After this, S&P's heart just wasn't in it.
I think that's accurate, especially after this episode.
And Talis Guy adds on to that, says the storyboard had the boom base plant scene going on for a lot longer, and S&P made them trim it back to the version that ended up in the episode. By this point, the creative team had realized that they could get away with most of what they wanted if they intentionally pushed things much too far for S&P and let S&P argue them down to only going slightly too far rather than going slightly too far for S&P and trying to convince them to let the slightly too far moments stay in the episode. So they knew they put too much that they knew it wasn't going to get away so they could get what they actually wanted by.
What was in the storyboards for this episode?
Oh, great question. I don't know. Let us know, guys.
Because like, how did they get away with this?
How? James Wilson says, been subscribed for a while. Hey, I know. We see your comments. I love your comments. They're great. May I suggest the horror movie this episode was based on John Carpenter's The Thing. Ooh. Yeah. Like you say in your PSA about the lanternfly, if you see it, kill it. The more you know. Gravity Falls. And then Zom says it's such a good movie, and I'm scared. I've actually seen not the movie The Thing, but like a picture of The Thing, and it terrified me.
He's accurate. I haven't actually seen The Thing, but I want to.
I've seen a little bit of the thing, and I'm like,
well, the idea is that it's like a shape-shifting monster.
Yeah.
So accurate.
So, scary. Okay, my goodness. So, but with that, I think we should close this out and get some snacks so we can mentally prepare ourselves for the next episode.
I'm sure nothing illogical is going to happen. I'm sure it's just going to be some good
it's
old...
It's be lighthearted fun.
Yeah.
But if you are enjoying this, if you're watching on YouTube, you can always leave a comment because we love to read those on the show, and subscribe to us so you can always know when we're posting new stuff, and we would love to see you there. If you are listening to this, we are on iTunes. You can take our episodes on the go. You can find us under First Reaction, Fan Reaction, or under Witty Close. Just search for either of those, and we will pop up. You can subscribe to us there. You can write to us. You can leave us reviews and we'll try to read those. If you want to get in contact with us through other means, you can always tweet at us. We are on Twitter at Witty Close. Follow us on Facebook. We are Witty Close Productions on there. You can send us an email if you want to. We are wittyclose@gmail.com. And if you want to throw some money our way, because we love what we do and we'd love to keep doing it for longer, follow us on Patreon. We are Witty Close on there. And I think I covered everything there.
Yeah, I think you did.
All right. Well, if that's all we have for today, we're going to take a break and we will see you next time, where we're going to be covering Gravity Falls on the back half of season 1 with episode 11. Season 2. God damn it, I do that every time. Season 2 with episode 11, Not What He Seems. And if we survive that, maybe we'll watch another one. All right, until next time.
We're going to watch episode 12.
Yep, until next time, I'm Cailin Clothier.
I'm Dara Whitman.
Peace.
Mommy, why is your eyes bleeding?
Don't worry. It can't get worse than this.
Oh, it can. Oh, God.